Hi, seniors. Welcome to the E on Campus 2 session, and I hope you're coping really well during the internship period. It can be challenging, I know that, but you've got about July, August, 2 more months to go through this and survive through this. Okay, so we wish you well. So, allow me to then share the PowerPoint with you this week. And having said that, just wanted to identify certain things with you. Okay, for casualty and recommendation rate, okay, warning letters. Now, are there any? None. So we're very happy to announce that so far there's no warning letters, but I hope to maintain this. And so please be of the best behavior during your internship. Okay. High risk, unfortunately, there are four, and based on the interim performance appraisal, is those with a grade D for their interim performance appraisal. So I hope that whoever you are, please work very closely with both your supervisor and your LO so that you will achieve the grade that you deserve and want. Okay, so please ensure that you take the feedback and try to improve yourself. Okay, board of inquiry, they're nil, so that's good news. Good performance based on interim performance appraisal. I'm glad to announce that we've got 42 of you who scored A. That means 24 and above. So congratulations. It's quite comparative to last year's, about within the 40 plus range. So congratulations on that. Three of you got full marks. So having said that, I just want to remind you of the assessment structure for the internship. Now it's July and we are moving forward to August, which is the end of your internship. Your internship ends on 28 August. So I hope to remind you of your assessment structure for this subject. Okay, the components are sharing presentation, which is your sharing sessions, your e-sharing sessions that is conducted by your LO. And with that, it is 15%. We've also got your learning journals. So far, we've got, in total, we've got 6 learning journals. You just completed your mentorship, the one on mentorship. So that's good. You're left with a few more. Okay. So good on that. It's 15%. We've got the performance appraisal, which is fundamental. It's 35%, as well as the final submission, which is the written report. This is 35%. Okay. I just want to repeat and remind you there is a 16 credit units and the grading is as per your academic subject. That means you get F to the Z. Okay, and it will definitely be counted into your CGPA. So do hope that you work very hard to get the grade that you want. Okay. Possible outcomes of failure cases. Now, if you do fail internship, which I hope not, okay, you will have to repeat in semester 4.1, whereby the tuition fees will be paid during the internship period. You're not allowed to repeat in some cases, and worst case will be you'll be removed from the diploma. Okay, so these are cases if let's say you fail SIP. All right. So in terms of the guidelines, I just wanted to highlight to you the SIP administration. So the final submission, okay, the file is an e-submission, okay? So meaning to say you'll be submitting this on the LMS portal. This is an e-submission, okay? People, that means you don't have to return to campus. We want you to be safe. That's why we are doing this e-submission on LMS. It is due on Friday, 4th of September, 12 noon. Okay, so do ensure that you put this date and time into your calendar and try to upload it early so that there are no major challenges for you. Okay, guidelines for the final submission will be for the written report will be the cover sheet. The cover sheet will be the overall student assessment structure, which is CMM 2020. Okay, the guidelines can be found on page 5. Okay, you just have to open the SIP overall student assessment SCMM 2020. It's found in the document tab on the SIP LMS. Okay. The number of pages for the written report, okay, is between 6 to 8 pages. Please include the page number in your report. Okay. So again, I took a screenshot of the LMS. So under documents, you can find the SIP overall student assessment there. All right. As well as the submission on LMS. Okay, where to the tab for submission on LMS. Okay, I move forward. Okay, in terms of your written report, all right, what are you going to cover? Okay, number one, we look into the language and presentation. So make sure you have all, grammatically and sentence structure well put together and well presented. Okay. In terms of the introduction, which is 5 marks, also provide an overview of the organization that you're assigned to. Okay. That means overview of the organization. This you can definitely research online to find out about the organization. Okay. So do that research and then do up the introduction. Okay. State the purpose and objective of your internship. And what is the role? What is your role in that company? For sure you're an intern, but for which department, etc. Give us some details. Okay. Under reflection, okay, this is 60 marks in totality. Okay, there are 3 parts of the reflection, which is number 3 will be the functional or specialized areas and relevance to the diploma. This is 20 marks. So you need to reflect on your work experience and you need to focus on the specific functions and the roles that you're assigned to. Okay, very much so, you know what we do during the on-campus where we ask you to tell about what your roles are. Some components of some content can be definitely replicated here. Okay, how your work experience and your special functions and your roles. Okay, list the knowledge, skills, valuable lessons learned from the attachment. That means during the internship, what are the knowledge, skills, and valuable lessons that you've learned? Okay, so that's good to identify, please. Appraise the relevance of knowledge and skills acquired in the diploma in the area of your work. Okay. And then assess your strengths and weaknesses to help identify developmental needs. Remember, during the on-campus, we always ask you to identify your strengths and weakness. Here, you can definitely highlight the essentials. Okay. And having said that, number 4 is the learning outcomes and work done. Here you can provide an account of the specific work you've done, example, major task, a special project, and evaluate your performance. And I know that during the COVID-19, there's a bit different changes that you've gone through in that sense, but work has to be done as such. How did you do your work? Let's say, share the challenges you've encountered and how you overcame that. Okay. Number 5 will be the SIP and career aspirations. Reflect on how SIP has changed your views about work and your attitude towards your studies and aspirations after TP. This is the reason why we ask you to talk to your mentors. You're getting some insights about the career path and maybe career aspirations in the media industry. So having said that, it's good to then put this into your written work, which is a reflection of how the internship or SIP has changed your views about work. Okay, and I move on to number 6, the environment and sustainability, which is 10 marks. Study your internship organization, okay, and discuss. Choose at least one area. How it has used available resources to enhance sustainability and minimize the impact of environmental damage and risk. Okay. Number 2, if the environment or sustainability practices are not in place, suggest how one such sustainable solution or program will benefit the company. Okay. And the sustainable environment would be green practices, environmental policies, green or renewable energy, IT and office automation, waste reduction, sustainable materials, products, conservation and recycling, corporate social responsibility. So, having said that, if you are in the office and you have access to this information, good, because you're able to then cover the environment and sustainability aspect. Okay, in the event you're working from home, but you know that the company has a very robust environment and sustainable package in that sense. It's good to maybe find this out through research and through talking to your supervisor as well as your mentor on how this is done by the company. So you definitely can research on that. In the event that there is no available resources due to the fact that you're still working from home and you don't have the exposure to this information, think about environment, think about the COVID-19 situation. In terms of environment, what are the company steps in ensuring that, the company is safe during this COVID-19 situation? Okay, examples could be the safe distancing measures, some cleaning and procedures that they go through to ensure that the environment, the working environment, is already clean, or in the very essence that no one is going to go to work. That itself is a vast policy by the company in ensuring that the working environment is something that is applicable during the COVID-19 situation. So again, for this aspect, if your company does have an environment and sustainable program that you are aware of, do your research or find out from your supervisor or mentor. Again, if I said if not, then you base it on the suggestion that I came out with in terms of the application in with regards to COVID-19. Okay. Yeah. So moving forward, we move on to the business IT and innovation, which is 10 marks. Examine the current setup of the organization and discuss or choose at least one area. How it has used IT and technology efficiently in its business and operations. Okay. Or you can come up with a suggest an innovative practice which will improve the organization's business and operations. Some areas you could consider the ones highlighted here, like staff practices, the office environment, workflow management, IT, office automation, records, and document management, etc., etc. Okay. Having said that, we've all gone through the COVID-19, or currently going through the COVID-19 situation. So in terms of IT, think about what kind of IT support that the company has provided you, as well as the general staff in that company per se. Okay, so on top of that, reflect on the use of technology and IT in the operations of the company before and maybe during COVID-19. Okay. Having said that, we move on to the last point, which is the conclusion and recommendation, which is 10 points or 10 marks. State the overall conclusion of internship and provide feasible recommendation to enhance your learning during SIP or how SIP could be enhanced. Okay. So having said that, it's more of your conclusion is a wrap up. We want to hear your recommendation as well. So do take time to reflect on this. Having said that, looking at these areas, it is good for you to start early. That's why we are highlighting this in July, when your due date is sometime early September 4th. If you can upload it earlier, well, by all means, it's better, so that at least we can start the process of marking and assessment. Okay. Apart from that, the research definitely you need to put aside, because information such as these, you need to work on it during your internship, right? Like find out, explore about the company, about the environment elements, about the business IT and innovation that the company has put in place. if let's say you have no exposure to it due to the very fact that a large majority of you are still working from home. Okay. Nevertheless, the submission will still go on, the work must go on, and this written report is due. Okay. All right. So in terms of the final submission, these are the things that we are looking at. Okay. All right. So final submission, which is like a file. Okay. You need to submit the documents in a folder in the following order. That means you can keep everything in a folder, all right, label it accordingly, and you need to incorporate a few of these things, and they include the cover page. And what is the cover page? It is the SIP Overall Student Assessment CMM 2020. It's found on LMS. There are 5 pages in total. You need to include this as the front page, your cover page. Okay. On the cover page, if you notice, there's the name of your name of student, admission number, etc., etc. One key point is you need to complete or fill up the SIP e-feedback. The URL will be available on LMS as well as in this slide, and include the feedback control number, okay, in the cover sheet. If you see the one on asterisk there, which is the feedback control number. All right. So having said that, number 3 will be the mentorship form. You've already completed the form because you've done the mentorship chat with your mentor. So please compile this and also include it inside. And within one document itself, okay, you need to include your leave application. That means if you apply for either MC or annual leave, please make sure you have the form completed by both the supervisor as well as signed by the LO. And you need to include this. Okay. Lastly is the written report, which is the 6 to 8 pages. All right. So make sure that you upload all these onto LMS. Okay. How you want to upload it, whether or not you're putting in a folder, that's number 1. Whether or not you put it all in one PDF, that means you combine everything into one PDF, that is something to consider as well. It's easier for us definitely to mark and assess you from there. Okay. Okay, the SIP survey, which I just mentioned, right, that we're going to put on LMS. Okay, use this URL to indicate the submission date and time as the feedback control on the cover page of the SIP final submission. Okay, this is the URL. So when you go into this URL, and please don't do it now, do it later when you're about to end your internship, Ken. All right, when you're more or less done with your so-called written report, you're willing to upload it. So please do that. All right, and that's the URL. Performance appraisal, just wanted to highlight to you. 15 is the passing score, 24 is an A grade. The leave, you may be required to extend SIP if there's more than 4 days of MC that's been taken. Again, I repeat, please complete your MC leave form or your other annual leave form, but get your supervisor to sign. And notice nowadays it's all e-signature because you don't physically meet your supervisor for some, okay, or majority in that sense. And again, get the signature of your LOs within that form itself, okay? So any leave application subjected to TP's approval regardless of company's approval. I repeat, for the approval process, you must get the approval of your LOs first, and then you bring it up to your supervisor with regards to the annual leave if you are entitled. Okay. For contingency purpose, please refrain from doing any holidays immediately after 28 August 2020. I doubt that we can travel during that time yet. So please hold back on your travel plans. Okay. Some reminders: no overseas trips. Okay. If let's say even the borders are open, let's not go there because you never know what kind of infection, and it might hamper your SIP completion. Okay, so remain professional at all times. Stay out of social media. Again, we repeat ourselves. Stay out of this. Don't get involved in this. Avoid commenting or providing your point of view. Um, Speak up when you need help. So I'm glad that some of you do speak up to your LOs and you've identified that you need help. So good on you, and we're here to help you. Okay, alert your LO if your fellow classmates are in distress. In some occasions, the your friends might not want to share with the LO due to some reasons, but is highly stressed. It is good for you to alert your LO so that the LO can identify to the student's LO for help. Okay, contact LO all the time, a first point of contact. Okay, if there's any issues, and ALO is the next point of contact. Okay, so having said that, everyone, I just wish you all the best in your completion of your SIP journey. It's definitely a different one for all of us, including your tutors, your LOs. Um, some of you work very well given the situation. Some of you will get to experience working in the office, but whatever it is, even if you're working at the office, please practice the social distancing and ensure that you're safe. If you're unwell, please identify to your supervisors. Okay, even those who are currently working from home, do ensure that you keep your hygiene and keep your social distancing, because ultimately you want to be healthy and complete this. Okay, up next is your e-session with your LO on MS Teams. I wish you all the best, seniors, and hope to see you in campus in due time. Take care.